but I ended up praying for them more like they were my friends. Now, that doesn't mean we get coffee together. They don't even know about this whole process. Many of them don't even know they hurt me at the level that I feel it, right? And that was another interesting thing. I said, should I go meet with these people? Sometimes this was 10 or 20 or even 30 years ago, because he's like, in his experience as a counselor, he said, sometimes, yes, you need to do that. But he said, more often than not, when it comes to this area of somebody's life, doing it makes it worse, because you bring up all this past stuff that wasn't even there for them. And it doesn't give you that sense of closure. Instead, he said, you need to walk through that process with God and let it go. So that's what I did. But here's what it felt like for me. It felt like freedom. And that edge, that cynicism, that skepticism, that sense that I was holding my heart back from other people because I was afraid they were going to hurt it. Listen, in my life, in my experience, very few people have really hurt my heart when I've given it freely and loved other people. Yes, some have, but I'll tell you what hurts even more than that pain. It's the pain of living in anger and bitterness and holding your heart back from other people. So this freed me, I feel like, to be a better pastor, to love people more clearly, to just with open eyes realize, wow, look at how many times in my life most people have been really kind to me. It started to change my whole sort of framework and perception. And so there are still moments where I start to hang on to some of that anger, some of that bitterness, right? And what do I need to do? I got to go through the process. I got to ask God for the power to forgive. Forgiveness doesn't mean you forget. Forgiveness doesn't mean you trust. If you're in a legal battle with somebody, forgiveness doesn't mean that necessarily the legal battle goes away or the police aren't involved. Or look, there can be justice and forgiveness. There can be a lack of trust and forgiveness. You can trust somebody. I mean, you can forgive somebody, but that doesn't mean you trust them. You come in and rob my house, I can forgive you for robbing my house, but I'm not going to give you the keys to my front door. I don't trust you, but I forgive you. What is forgiveness? Forgiveness is basically letting go of my perceived right for revenge. Forgiveness is letting go of my perceived right to get even. Instead, I'm going to say, God, you handle it. You take care of it. I'm going to let go. Look, how many times, even if you're in a legal battle with somebody and you are on the just and right side, please know this. Almost across the board, people tell again and again the story of thinking once they get that verdict of what what we just read together, where the Apostle Paul kind of breaks it out. Remember that last sentence? Here's what he says. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 32, he says, forgiving one another just as God through Christ has forgiven you. You won't forgive anyone anything that's more intense than what God has already forgiven you in Jesus Christ. So how's your heart? How's your heart? You can tame guilt with confession. You can tame anger with forgiveness. Third thing is this, quickly. You can tame jealousy with celebration. Tame jealousy with celebration. Now, a lot of people feel like I'm not jealous. I don't wrestle with jealousy. I am a little jealous personally. I'm jealous of Eagles fans right now. Jealous of Patriots always. How's that make you feel? That jealousy start to stir up a little bit? Like, hey, is there resentment knocking around in there? Jealousy is this, sometimes we get jealous of other people and their blessings, what God has done in their life. They fall in love, and then, now that they've fallen in love, your friend has fallen in love with somebody else, they're not hanging out with you anymore, right? You know what I'm talking about? They're like in love land, whatever that is, and they're like gone. They used to be your friend, right? Now they're in love. You don't like it. You get jealous of people's stuff. I got a raise at work, or this person I'm working with, I don't feel like they deserved it. I got overlooked, and they were blessed in their life, and good things are happening for them, and what's going on in my life. But here's the thing with jealousy and resentment. It starts small in our lives, but if we let it grow in our heart, if we let it take root, it's narrow-minded. It makes us stingy as people, and it makes us look at God as stingy, right? Because really, this is about our relationship with God. And what we're sort of implying is, God, you're not taking care of me. It's not fair. You're blessing them, but you're not blessing me. And then we stop celebrating what God is doing in our life, the little things, because we're so jealous of other people and what they have. We've compared ourselves with others instead of celebrating what God has done in our life. Right? And now, like, we're on this path where our heart's getting smaller and smaller and smaller through our own resentments. And it's kind of like we start to treat God like he's only got a limited number of blessings. You know? So God blesses a friend of yours, and all of a sudden, you know, they have a financial windfall, or they're able to upgrade from that apartment next to yours to a house, or from your neighborhood to another neighborhood, whatever, right? And you look at what God has done in their life, and you're frustrated at what he hasn't done in your life. And if you can't celebrate what he's done in their life, it will ultimately start to take root in your life. It's like you kind of feel like, man, God, there's only so much to go around, and you bless them, and therefore you're not going to bless me. Listen. God has everything. There's no limit on blessings, right? God has it all. So, God's blessing of somebody else in their life